Allison Huynh joins me now. She's the Allo Ventures managing partner, former Obama-Biden fundraiser. She was deep in the world of the left, and she's now with me. Allison, good morning.
Good morning from San Francisco.
Yes, the late, great city of San Francisco. Actually, there's still some great things there, but look, I'm sure you saw the speech as well. Who do the Democrats think that they're appealing to when they sit there and shun a 13-year-old cancer survivor, when they shun a 95-year-old woman whose son has just been released from a Russian prison? Who do they think they're appealing to with that kind of, I think it's just tawdry behavior? What do you say to that?
They're appealing to the elites. That's why I stopped being a Democrat. They used to be the party of the working class, Steve. They would champion the first responder, like the man who protected his children during Butler. They would champion the poor, the sickened. These are the people that they really care about. But when they actually parade them in the joint sessions of Congress, they just sat there, and you had Al Green with atrocious behavior. Not only was he escorted out, I noticed as he was walking out, he shook his golden cane and pointed in a very non-friendly way to our president of the United States. That to me is very disrespectful, in addition to the jeering, just being totally out of touch with the American public.
Totally out of touch. I mean, again, 76%, a supermajority of those that watched the speech liked what they heard. That's Republicans and Democrats, 76%, Allison. It's kind of hard to have. I mean, I never thought I'd see the day when a CBS YouGov poll gave Donald Trump 76% support in anything. But it's true.
And then you see it too. You see the people in the audience, normal, regular people. And some of them are survivors. Some of them are entrepreneurs, amazing people like Elon Musk. But that was just the really cool thing about President Trump. It showed to the American people, not only is he competent, but then we also see how he has this extreme empathy that he can enjoy, that he sees regular people, working class people who are suffering, who are working very hard, whether they're sacrificing their son, in Russia. Now, like the mom is able to bring the son home, the cancer survivor, the first responders family. These are normal working class Americans. And for them to have their light in the national spot, like prime time, is just really amazing. At the same time, POTUS is able to talk and enjoy and elevate Elon Musk. So on one hand, you have someone who puts a spotlight and really enjoys the story, the journey of regular working class people. And then you have someone who can talk to Elon Musk, the smartest and richest man in the world. I mean, how is this possible? We need to acknowledge that really this is one of the first times in history, and one of the few people I know. I don't really know POTUS that well. I thankfully was able to play golf with him for 20 minutes at my Indo-Pacific conference at Mar-a-Lago. But what an extraordinary human being, also president of the United States. I really do believe he's one of the greatest presidents of modern time. And, to see someone with that deep, extreme empathy, it's rare for me to see that in everyday life, but to see it play out so organically, naturally, and not staged is amazing.
Yeah, my question, Allison, is very simple. What fuels this irrational hatred of Donald Trump and irrational hatred of Elon Musk now? You've got DOGE derangement syndrome, I think, is just as bad as Trump derangement syndrome. And, I used to never use those terms. I thought they were kind of silly. But the more you see this, the more you see the Al Greens or the Jasmine Crockett's, or, pick your poison. These people have lost their minds, and Donald Trump was exactly right when he said to the crowd, it doesn't matter what I do. It wouldn't matter what I did. I could cure the worst disease in human history. It wouldn't matter. They would not clap for me. They would not stand up for me. They would not smile for me. They would not do anything. Why is that?
I think at this point, we just need to move forward. We won. The vast majority of Americans, and actually normal, moderate Democrats like myself, flipped because Donald Trump is the party of common sense democracy. I mean, just look at his speech. When he outlines certain things that are done with DOGE, it is based on facts. These are numbers. Look, what can they say? What can they do? When you're arguing with like numbers, look, just in the first 44 days, he's done more than 4 years of the Democrats, and he was able to cut $100 billion through DOGE, and he outlined it in very specific detail. So what can you say? You can't argue with that. You can manufacture drama. You can throw some type of theatrics and like point your cane, and it's almost like a wizard putting a curse on POTUS. These are theatrics. These are the only things that they can do because they can't fight back with facts.
Yeah. Leaves them at quite a disadvantage. Right now, are you still a moderate Democrat? You just mentioned that. I'm just curious. Do you still consider yourself a Democrat?
I'm a moderate. I consider myself a Trump Republican, and I think that's very different than the conservative of my dad's party, which growing up, I thought they were neocons, and they were the party that was pro-war, that didn't see the middle class. I grew up as a middle class kid, and I never really
Right.
understood why my dad voted for Trump, for Bush, until the last election.
But apparently,
He is
it's the Democrats who embrace war now. Donald Trump tries to bring peace. They all side with Zelensky, no matter how terrible his behavior was in the Oval Office and disrespectful to Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. Didn't matter. They all side with Zelensky. Why? Because 1.5 million dead Ukrainians isn't enough for these people? They want more dead Ukrainians, more dead Russians, more trouble in Europe. It really is. Allison, to me, I just don't understand it. I can't fathom it.
The numbers don't lie. 1.5 million people died in this senseless war. I'm a child of wartime Vietnam. And I'm telling you, like the people who suffer are the young men who are dying in the battlefront. And what is it all for? And what about all the women and the children who suffer, who die, who are maimed on the sidelines? There's really no point to this war. Donald Trump and JD Vance came up with like a beautiful way to help end this war, which is rare earth minerals that basically put us on the same table, and our interests are aligned with Ukraine, so that way we can help them negotiate peace and also prosperity through these contracts, and the value of the rare earth minerals. Then we can use that to help them build Ukraine without draining our budget. It's brilliant. It's a win-win situation. I don't understand why Zelensky isn't listening, other than the fact that he's part of the grift, right? It's just
Yeah.
endless wars, endless kinetic wars. Because, like, why would he give up his power, his status, and also just a cash cow? He's running basically a Microsoft war
Well,
machine.
right.
He's just printing so much money.
My guess is at some point he just takes his money and moves to the south of France after he gets run out. I mean, he has a popularity of 16%. They haven't held an election since May, when the election was supposed to happen in May of 2024. It was canceled. Zelensky is a grifter, and there's no question about it. Allison, always good to talk to you. I think the Republicans are in pretty good shape right now, and the Democrats are devoid of any leadership or any message. Thank you for the time again today.
Thank you.